Okay, I already shared a link on Slack. I need you to download and install Laragon. Download and install Laragon. Okay lah. Installation. Okay, any issue? Installation, semua okay? Everyone okay? Okay, I minta tolong Faiz, tolong project. I want to see Faiz install or not. Spot check. No lah,
Sekejap sir.
I thought you already installed.
Dah install dah. Lama dah.
Sekejap. Kita buat spot check. So be careful lah, after this I will do spot check to all of you as well.
Spot check.
No lah, bukan spot check because I'm on Windows. You guys are on Windows kan? If I show Mac, susah nak jumpa. Alright, so you buka Laragon tadi. How to open Laragon?
Laragon.
Okay.
Start.
Okay, and then start all ya. So follow Faiz, Laragon start all, and then you select database. Tekan database. Alright. Sorry. You pergi, once you tekan start, you pergi localhost /phpMyAdmin. Pergi buka
localhost myphpMyAdmin.
Buka browser. Localhost /phpMyAdmin.
Host
/phpMyAdmin. Okay. Kenapa tak boleh ya? Sekejap. Localhost. Pergi balik browser. Go back to ni Laragon tadi. Laragon. Kalau tekan web jadi apa? Tekan web tu.
Web.
Okay, Laragon. Tekan getting started. Tak ada apa ya, sorry. Betul lah tekan balik Laragon. Go back. Sorry, I forgot the URL. Laragon localhost /ph. Go to your right click dekat atas Laragon tu. Right click dekat bawah.
Sana.
Macam mana? Okay, go there. Ada MySQL. Pergi tu yang PHPMyAdmin tu. Alright. Okay. Kenapa dia pergi situ? Go back to Laragon. Tak apalah, alright. We go database. I will just do it. We go database. Kesian kat you all. We go database and then you create tekan plus. And then dekat situ you just double check everything is the same. 127.00.1 username root. Password tu kosongkan and then port 330 and then tekan open.
Open sir.
Tekan open. Okay, once you tekan open you akan dapat something like this ya. So that's what you should have. On the left side, you have information schema, MySQL, performance schema, sys. On the right side, you have something like that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, you try first. Ikut je yang ni. I think I rasa I kena install Laragon juga lah nanti sama je. Let me install Laragon for Mac. There's a problem. Laragon ni Mac tak ada. See if Mac works. Okay, kita try ni lah. We try to make it as Tak apalah, kita biar je Faiz jadi cikgu hari ni. Bila dah once you arrive here on the right side, you right click.
Kat sini.
Right click kat situ. And then you letak situ, sorry bukan dekat situ. Alamak. You create new. Sebenarnya data, so kejap. Padam balik. Undo balik. Escape dia scroll balik. Okay, tekan dekat bahagian putih. Jangan tekan dekat bahagian putih. Click on the white side. Klik dulu. Sebab sekarang you selected information schema tu.
Oh.
Just do like that. Alright. Create new. Kenapa dia ni ada receh lah benda ni. Wait ya. Wait. Tak apa. Let me think first.
Sekejap, sir.
Okay, I pun kena fikir how to install PHPMYADMIN to Laragon quick add. Ni Faiz, cuba
Yes, sir.
pergi balik dekat Laragon, right click, quick app. Tak ada je. Tengah tools. Quick add. Tools quick add. Tools quick add.
Tools quick add.
And then cari PHPMYADMIN. Okay, semua everyone follow this one ya. So let me screenshot. Okay, tekan. I pun tak tahu rupanya kena tambahan ya. So once install, do this.
Tadi pergi mana?
Right click, follow je yang saya the one that I share in slide. Right click, tools, quick add, and then PHPMYADMIN. Alright. Okay, pilih ya PHPMYADMIN tu. Okay, dah. Alright, once you are done, dia akan buka localhost PHPMYADMIN. Okay, bukit belakang dulu. Enter root and then password kosongkan.
Ikut yang masa awal tadi database lah?
Betul. Username dia root. Password kosongkan and then press go. Tak apa, ignore je. Alright, so that's it. Okay, that's okay.
Cikgu, saya punya keluar error.
Keluar error apa?
Login without password forbidden.
Dekat ni dekat Laragon ya. Dekat mana? Where was it?
Okay, so is it okay I share screen?
Okay.
Sir, yang tadi database kena tutup
Database tutup. We are not using database. Macam susah because I'm on PHPMYADMIN as well.
Okay, so dia keluar macam ni.
Press go. Cuba wait.
Kalau saya pergi sini pun sir, dia tak boleh juga. Sorry.
Wait.
Dia keluar macam ni juga. You ada ubah something ni kot.
Wallet punya okay. Wallet punya okay already. So that one is okay. You have to change something. I don't know what to change. You go back to pergi buka balik tu, pergi buka balik Laragon. Right click. Pergi dekat preference. Pangkah, no, it's not this one. Pangkah balik. Okay, sorry. Pergi dekat C.
C. C drive, sir.
C drive. Pergi dekat C. And then go back. And then pergi dekat Laragon. Pergi dekat www. Press back. Pergi dekat bin. Pergi dekat PHPMYADMIN. Pergi back. Pergi back. Pergi dekat etc.
etc.
Okay. Pergi dekat PHPMyAdmin. Is there di PHPMyAdmin? Okay. Go back to CMD.
CMD.
Sorry. Pergi balik dekat ni, dekat apa? Dekat file.
Folder. Oh, CMD kat sini, sir.
Pergi dekat apps.
Apps, okay.
PHPMyAdmin. PHPMyAdmin English. config.inc.php ada tak? Config, no, inside PHPMyAdmin.
PHPMyAdmin, okay.
Ada config file tak? Config, cari.
config, ada sampel ni je.
You copy that one, paste. Orang lain ni sama ke you punya je sama? Ke ada anyone has the same problem? Copy that one.
Mana config
Copy.
Copy.
And then paste it. Paste it there. And then rename it to config.inc.php.
Okay, config.inc.php. Okay. And then open it. Macam mana, sir? Notepad, sir?
Sublime pun boleh. And then look for allow no password.
Okay.
You're gonna find allow no password.
Yang ini sir?
Okay, and then you tekan situ true.
True.
Okay, save.
Okay, save.
Okay, and then
Try balik
buka balik. Okay.
Tengah ni.
Stop reset balik.
Sorry sir.
Stop ni balik.
Balik. Okay. Apalah saya just follow je nanti. Saya tekan reinstall balik.
Cuba you stop play tak boleh ya. Stop and then restart tak boleh ya.
Restart balik. Okay.
Boleh. Try.
Sama.
You uninstall lah balik.
Uninstall?
Uninstall balik exam lah.
Okay.
Okay, the others have problem so you should have something like this Okay, should we have something like this? Correct Once you follow, ni macam Faiz punya dia akan dapat macam you will get something like this.
So, kenapa saya punya my admin tu dia punya skill macam team dia macam lain, macam klasik sikit.
Your punya macam mana? Saya rasa semua Mac kot. Okay, so once you are here, kita buat dekat sini new you have this new button. And then database name you call it places. And then press create.
So yang sebelah places tu pilih apa sir? Latin.
Anything should be fine. Apa-apa pun boleh.
Sir, ada error sir saya.
Macam error apa?
Boleh saya show?
Okay.
So dia cakapkan create database exists.
Oh,
Places database exists.
kita buat ya. Buat places underscore OCT. Places underscore OCT. Oktober.
Dia tekan new, okay.
Okay. Tak, you dah isi dah places tu. Ignore tu. Okay, pergi balik dekat new.
Okay.
Isi tu. Places.
Places.
And then tekan press create.
Create.
Alright, then database created lah. Alright, then itulah. Alright, so then that's it.
Thank you sir.
Okay.
Yang places dulu dia detect sebab yang dulu
Yang you pagi.
dia.
Yang kelas pagi. Okay, got something like this?
Dapat sir.
Okay. Then we will create a table. Alright, so we will create a table. This is creating a table. You call it places juga. Alright, and the number of column, for example, 6 column. Right. So we will create a table. The number of column is 6. Okay, so we will create a table. I think last week also I teach a little bit, but that one is for MongoDB, right? But the concept is the same for MySQL. But the objective for today is for you to understand the different type of database, the different type of query, and if we have time, we can do API that's calling this database. All right. So whatever that I asked you just now is actually installing MySQL inside your PC. Alright, it's the same thing last time. Last time you install MongoDB client, you go to MongoDB website. But this time around, it's using Laravel. Okay, so inside our table, it's going to have a name. Right? It's going to have a description. Right, it's going to have address maybe, right, address, opening time, sama lah kan, opening time, and then you will have maybe contact number, and then last one, as you see last time, it always need to be an ID. Right? Okay, so this is the description of the table. All right, this is what I will have on my table. So I will fill this in, right, based on what I plan here. Right, I will fill that in based on what I plan. So start with an ID. All right. You select ID. This is the type, integer. And then you will tick on auto increment. This will come out and then press go. All right, our ID, tick on auto increment. Primary will come out and then that's it. All right, so ID auto increment means every time you don't need to give the place an ID. It will automatically give an ID. It will plus one, plus one, plus one, plus one. All right, so start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sampai inilah whatever data that you have. Number 2 is name. All right, name is of type varchar. Varchar means character. All right, how many characters are there? So maybe I want to have 1000 characters. All right, and then I will have description. All right, I follow I follow this. Description is of type text. The difference is if I put varchar, I set the limit, the number of characters, berapa patah not perkataan, berapa patah huruf yang ada, right? If I don't know how big it is, then I will use text as my type. Yeah. What error does not come out? This one should be okay. The script I said. This one should be okay. You just follow je new ni. Ni tak apa. Just do new at the left part. Okay. And then address I will set it as a text as well. All right. Sorry, I will set lah varchar 1000 maybe. And then opening time dari hingga berapa kan? What is varchar 1000. And then contact number I don't need it to be contact underscore number. I don't want to put space. This one is opening time also we do opening underscore time. All right, so this one opening underscore time, contact underscore number, contact underscore number is a varchar. So varchar maybe 20 lah. No need to be varchar 1000 because normally you only have plus 6012 or something. Alright, this is how you create a table in MySQL. Alright, so the table that I create is places table. So this is the schema. This is how it looks like on my places table. So yang ini is almost the same as creating the object schema file last time. Alright, it's almost the same, but this time around you're doing it inside SQL. So once you've done that, you can see preview SQL. So this is actually, normally you need to know this, right? Normally you need to know this. This is what we call an SQL query, right? db.places. That is a query. There is a query for mongodb, but this one is a query for MySQL. Tapi PHPMySQL make it easier for us. You don't need to know it, but in some condition, nanti when you go to work or something, maybe your PC don't have a PHPMySQL. If your PC, if the server that you work with when you work or something, don't have a PHPMySQL, then everything need to be done using a query. And like this. All right, and then you can press save. Once you press save, the query will run, and then a new table will be created, and then that table will look like this. Ada error? What's your error, Faiz? Name huruf kecil. Ini bukan integer, name varchar. I think name varchar. Tapi yang ini semua buat huruf kecil name, description, address huruf kecil. But I think the reason is because this should be a varchar, not an integer. So integer is a number, alright. Varchar is character. Description is text tanpa limit, alright. Text tanpa limit. And then you have varchar is a character, opening time is character, contact number is a character. Okay, now I want you to do one more table and you think of the data type and then we go migrate. So we do quickly this one and then so this table is called user. All right, this table is called users. Look okay. All right, look okay. So the table user will have name, email, all right, phone number, and then maybe DOB lah, all right, DOB, all right. So I want you to try to design this table, right? Not design lah. I'm the one who's designing it. This when dalam in database, design mean creating all this table. I want you to create this table using PHPMYADMIN. Alright, kita buat kejap 5 minutes and then we go.
Cikgu, DOB tu apa?
Date of birthday.
Date of birthday.
Date of birthday.
So, yang some error tu saya ignore all je tak apa kan?
Yang mana? Yang ini. Mana? Itu tak apa. Itu ignore tak apa. Kalau macam ni. Kalau merah, kalau kelabu tak apa. Kalau merah, something lah.
Dia kalau merah, dia pop up dia kena merah.
Tengok apa dia tulis.
Saya screen sekejap. Macam ni sir.
Ignore all. Betul ya? Alright. Nampak okay tu. Name, email, phone number, date of user. Alright. Siapa silap habis. Alright, okay. Name, email, phone number, date. Alright, okay. That's it lah. That's it. Now, name, email, phone number, DOB. Betul ya? You check lah. So name, ID ni kena klik ah. The ID you need to tick auto increment primary. So for every time you create a new table, you need to do that. And then you have name ni Varshar 1000 boleh. This one number tak kisah, number doesn't really matter. And then you have email, alright, email Varshar 1000 put is okay as well. Phone number, Faiz macam salah tu. Phone number normally is a Varshar tapi tak apa. Nanti kalau salah. Sebab if you it's like phone number you have to think. Sometimes people add plus kan? Plus.
Betul.
So if you put integer, plus cannot go in. Right? That's why normally Varshar is a number. That's one thing. Number two, integer ni you kena bayang, you have to imagine. You perasan tak kalau you buat Excel kan, when you do Excel, let's say this Excel kan, you buat 0 1 2 3 4 5, right? Mesti yang 0 tu will tak ada kan. That's integer. Integer tu dia akan buang, it will remove the first zero of the number.
Baca tu tambah tolak kosong.
Tambah tolak kosong semua akan jadi. So that's why, and then dia takkan ni lah, dia takkan buang zero yang pertama tu. So that's why normally for phone number we put Varshar, right?
Everything lah.
Varshar means everything, character.
Thank you, sir.
And then kalau tak cukup, alright, if kalau tak cukup ni tambah, go over here, add one more column. Alright, kalau tak cukup, add one more column. What's the last column? DOB, DOB Varshar can, date also can. There is a date here. Alright, date also can. And then this table is called users. Right, this table is called users. And then press save. Okay, so that's to start. After this, we will create more tables. We will learn the thing about the relation. We will add data. After that, we will learn some queries. Once we learn some queries, and then that's it. Hari ni we just focus on MySQL. Any questions?
Tak ada sir.
Okay.
Tak ada, sir.
Kalau tak ada, kita break 25 minutes lah. 25 minutes. 7:55. Tak apalah, ni kita break kita break jap. Sebelum break kita break setengah jam, but one more table. Ini yang buat lepas break one more table. Lepas break I terus bagi jawapan. Very easy, categories. And then you will have an ID and name. Categories have an ID and name. That's it. Ni lepas break, bukanlah break. Pukul 8, alright, kita break sampai pukul 8, but I need you to create this table as well. Okay, so see you at 8 PM. I'll just Okay, we can continue. Okay, I go here. I will add a new table. Categories. ID. All right, ID as integer. Auto increment, and then press go. And then name. All right, name. And then varchar 1000. Press save. Okay, now I have my three main tables there. Right, I have this is my places table. This is my places table. Right, this is my users table and my categories table. Okay, so that's the main table. Okay, but last time, as you see, right, you also have the table with relation, right? Table with relation, table which depend on each other. All right. So, for example, the example that we give is that I always use is reviews. So you see that, for example, I can have reviews. Reviews normally will have the review. It will have the rating. It will have review ni comment lah. A review will have a comment lah, right? Comment, rating, and it will have who review it. So if you have who review it, you will add user ID, right? The person from for example, if I put the person from this table, from the user table, review it. All right. And dia review apa? What does it review? It review a place, for example. So if it review a place, you will refer it to a place table. So a person review a particular place, right? So ID, comment, rating, user ID, place. So this is, if you remember last week also, I think I do one user, right? Review has many reviews, and then a place has many reviews. All right. So one user has many reviews. A place also will have many reviews. So that's that's how we do it. So table user one user has many reviews. So create this table. All right. This table is called reviews. And then this one will have comment, rating, user ID, and place ID. All right, comment, rating, user ID. So can create the table. The table is called reviews. It will have ID, user ID. All right, this one ID auto increment. Go place ID, and then you have comment. So comment comment can put text because it can has a lot of thing, and then we'll have one more column, and then I will have user rating, right? Rating I can do tiny integer tiny integer means smaller version of an integer. Smaller version of integer. I think is because we only want 1 to 5. All right. So tiny integer, if I'm not mistaken, 64. Let me see. Numeric types tiny in. Tiny in 128. All right, 128. So if you're rating 1 to 5, you only need 1 to 10, you can use tiny int. Okay, so that's for reviews. All right, that's for reviews. Okay, once reviews okay, let me know.
So,
Yes.
yang rating tu kenapa length value dia 4 je?
2 kuasa 4. Rating kan? Well, rating is it?
Tiny integer.
Dia 128. 128 tu ya, 128 is 2 kuasa 4 berapa? Keempat ke? 2 kuasa 2 darab 2 darab 2. That one is 16. 4 darab 4. 4 darab 4. 4 darab 4 darab 4 darab 4. 4 darab 4. 4 kuasa 4.
So length value dia tulis 4 dalam 4.
Oh tak payah. Bila you buat tiny in, you tak length you kosongkan. When you do tiny in, length tu kosong, biar je. Tapi dia is in between 1 to 8 to tadi kan. The number is between 1 to 8 to 1 to 8 ataupun 255. But you just no need to fill in. Tak perlu isi benda ni. Itu semua automatic.
User ID and place ID dia akan dapat daripada users and places lah kan?
Correct. User ID and place ID will get from user and places. Okay, I will give you one more thing. I want to see if you can imagine it. So bila you buka, because now I'm thinking of Lazada kan. So yang place tu you bayangkan place is, you bayangkan a place is a store. Store tu mesti jual kedai. Store might sell stuff. Alright, so you bayangkan, you bayangkan, you imagine that you are creating the product page, something like this. So I want you to imagine what data that you need to store inside the products. Alright, I want to create a products table. I want you to imagine what data, what is the field for the product table for something like this. Okay, so try and 5, 6. Jangan buat dulu tau. You tell me. Don't do first. You tell me what's the field is. 5, 6 should be sufficient, but the important one needs to be there. Right, the important one needs to be there. Right. If I want to create something products, if I want to create something like a product, you let me know what are the fields. One place ni kedai lah, right? One place sell products. Macam food panda kan. So a place is a restaurant. So it has foods. Kalau food panda, dia punya product is a foods, right? This one we sell the products. Okay, boleh buat ya. I turn off my ni kejap sebab jet lag, right? I'm jet lag sikit. I'm teaching from my bed. So bayangkan apakah field yang ada untuk produk. So let's say that I want to create a products table. So give me, based on the Lazada page that I gave, give me what are the fields required?
Price.
Boleh tulis dekat chat. Kalau ada yang kurang saya beritahu. Kalau tak ada saya beritahu, dah boleh buatlah. Geramnya. Kau just copy. Okey, kurang lagi. Masih kurang. Rating kita buat dekat restoran ya. I tahulah Lazada is not because Lazada punya rating dekat produk. Rating we will do at the place. You anggapkan rating tu dekat place. Sebab kita dah buat rating. So rating dekat place, but ada satu lagi benda yang penting. So still missing one important thing from ni punya, from Faiz one. Stok tak ada. Ada satu yang penting. Stok semua tu ni lah apa important. ID dah ada. ID dah buat dah. Seller, right? Seller is what? Okay. So you have seller tu siapa? So dia place, alright. Title pun tak ada, title, the product name, alright, product name, description, alright. And then image URL, alright. Image URL pun tengok how many pictures are there, alright. So you have to look. Kalau normally, alright, normally kalau satu image kalau discount semua tu, yang paling penting tu seller lah, place ID. Alright, so yang paling penting tu place ID, discount semua tu okay lah, right? So this one normally you have ni. The most important one is the place ID. Alright, the most important one is the place ID. So who sell it? Right, seller, you call it seller, right? Image depend. If one product has many images, then you can buat table lain, right? For product images, alright. So if one product has many images, then you will have to create another table, and then that table might be called product images. Okay, kalau one product has one image, then you do just like this. Alright, to simplify, we will just do like this. But in real project, you might see product images table. Okay. Then kita tengok apa lagi. Price, alright, price, discount price, alright. But importantly, what is missing is actually ni lah, right. What's really missing is actually the place ID, alright. Who sell it, alright. Because that's the reason why I give this exercise. I want to see if you see the logic, the relation from one table to another table. So boleh buat dulu, but don't jangan hantar dulu, because I think you will get it wrong at price and discount price. Kita buat satu lah, price. Okay, jangan hantar dulu, because I want to tell you the data type for price. So isi sahaja dahulu. Okay, so here. So table name is products. Products will have an ID. Auto increment. And then name is a varchar is 1000. Description is a text. And then image URL. Image URL about varchar. Berapa lagi? 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 lagi ya. Price dengan place ID. So 2 more column. Alright, price. Price decimal 10,2. Alright, which means belah kiri 10, belah kanan 2 Okay, and then last kali ialah place ID. Okay, so that's ni. Okay. And then press save. Alright, cuba perlu verify ni ya. Perlu verify bahagian price, right? Price is a decimal 10,2, right? Decimal 10,2. Okay, settle lah for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 table. So this is what we call a normal table. So entity, right? A normal table. Entity. This is table with relation. Right, this is what we call one to many. Another one is table with relation but many to many. Right, table with relation many to many. So for example, let's before we do that, let's fill in some data. All right, let's fill in some data inside our table. So inside our table, I will do place first. Okay. Inside place, I will do insert. Inside insert, I will do, for example, well, my office lah. Alright, common room Bangi. Alright, common room Bangi. Description, like place to stay and do work. Alright. And then address, I can put that one. That one you put anything, you put anything. Alright. And then 01, 03, 2, alright. So this one. Okay, so this is adding a data, right? You select insert and press go, but you need also to know the query as well. All right, when I say what is the query, what if I don't have PHPMYADMIN? What if I don't have PHPMYADMIN and I need to fill in data? So you have to do this, right? So there might be a scenario where you don't have PHPMYADMIN, then you have to do this. Okay, add another place, 3 or 4 places, right? Add 3 or 4 places. So I will go ni. Second place, susah ni pilih McDonald lah, right? McDonald's, right? So McDonald's, quick, place to get food, alright? Di persiaran perkeliling bandar Baru Bangi, opening time 24 hours, alright, 03. And then I will do one more place. Menate Steakhouse. Once a month can try. Once every 2 months. Persiaran Bandar Baru Bangi. This one I think 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Alright, so 3 places. I already put in 3 places. You can put in 3 places or more. Alright, you with PHPMYADMIN you do here. Alright, if not, you have to do like this. Okay, so I put enough rest so I can duduk balik di meja and then boleh buka balik. Okay, once you do that, tambah lagi so 2 users. Alright, so we do something like that. 3 places. through users, 3 categories. So cuba tambah ni, just tambah ni. So for categories, for example, categories I can add, for example, not 3 lah. I think categories need more. Maybe 5 categories. Alright, 5 categories. Contoh categories, for example, for category in the end I put fast food. Alright, coffee. In the end yang places tu kita angkatkan ni coffee, and then just press go, and then coffee, and then Malay food, alright, Western, alright, and then maybe international, alright, international rasa sama lah, maybe Japanese, right, and then maybe another one is maybe lounge style. Alright, so that's categories. Categories banyak sekejap je, very easy. Then you add users pula. Once you do that, then you add users pula. Right. Okay, I berhenti kejap. Once you're done, you let me know, then I will add my users. Okay, wait a minute. I'm checking something. Dapat email, I got email. Apple rejected. While you're doing it, I check. While you are doing it, I will check the email. Kejap. Okay, so yeah, so I will add user and then I will show you for the relation. Once we add that, we will do the relation table. So users, insert. Right, one Zafar, right, 166@gmail.com. Right. And date of birth. I have to follow the format. I will just select one for the format. So 1986. This one, okay. Press go. Okay, I get another one. Insert another user. 11 @gmail.com. Up. And date of birth. Get the format and then tukar 1990 for example. Right, press go. Right, and then one more user. Right, we just go do that. Right. James 1. Right. Okay. All right. Cancel. Press okay. Okay, so that's how adding the data for your entity table that is not linked to another table. Right. So that's the first one. Table that is not linked to another table. Now I'm going to do review, right? Products. I can do products. After this, I want you to review. So products. So let's say that I want to add coffee, right? Coffee. The price of the coffee is RM3. All right. So if I have a product, then I put there. If not, so black coffee, black coffee. All right. And then this is for my this is for common room just now, right? Common room, the ID is 1, right? So I want to add black coffee as its product. I just need to put the place ID, right? The place ID is 1, then press add that, and then check well, right, if it's coming or not. All right. So check my place. All right. Then what else? My place is common room. All right, then I will add another one, maybe teh tarik, unlimited drink, or unlimited drink and snacks during your stay here. Alright, so I put image URL, no image tak apa, and then the price might be, for example, RM12. Alright, place ID is 1, right? Place ID is 1 and press go. Okay. So now I have two things, alright, for my place ID, which is 1. Then I will add more things. I will add, for example, Happy Meal. Alright, this is for McDonald's. So you just need to make sure that the place ID is linked to the place ID inside the places. So place ID is RM2. This one is 1590. All right. So image URL. So Happy Meals. All right. Get a surprise toys with the buy of the box, and then press go. Okay, maybe Big Mac meal, right? Big Mac meal. All right, I put 1890. All right, sorry, price is 1890. Place is 2. All right, so Big Mac, big fries, and drink of your choice. Press go. Okay, so that's products. If you want, you can add one more for. You have 3 restaurant, right? So I will add one more for Menate. All right. So tomahawk. All right, tomahawk. Tomahawk steak. All right, we'll start, man. Whereas ID is 3. I'll just add one lah. Just add one. Okay. I want you to do the same thing. All right. You add products. You see how I add products. I will leave you another 10 minutes. Kita ada 10 minutes before 9. To add also the reviews. All right. I want you to add also the reviews for the next 10 minutes. Products and reviews. Okay, boleh cuba dulu ya. Cuba dulu.
Sir,
Yes.
products, lepas products,
Lepas products, reviews.
reviews.
Fikir macam mana nak tambah reviews tu. Gunakan idea dari products. Kita review the place kita review the place just to remember. Kita bukan tak review product kita review the place. Macam Foodpanda you review the restaurant.
At least berapa banyak?
Ya ini ambil lah, once you get a hang of it, satu jadi. Actually just I nak make sure you faham je. Buatlah 2-3 tiga. Alright, we make
3
dua
Okay.
dari user yang sama. Alright, 2 is from the same user.
Oh.
So macam kalau Wan Muzaffar tu dia review 2 kali.
Kan sir, kan?
Boleh okey. Lagi 5 minit saya bagi sebab ni baru nak mula ni. Ya.
So quarantine lah?
Itulah quarantine rumah.
14 hari kan?
Bosan lah Malaysia. Apa kena quarantine?
Tu balik luar negara macam tu lah.
Dah negatif dah. Dia cakap semalam pun test kadang negatif. Dia kalau saya nak cerita ni nanti ni orang kata ni kan. Actually dekat luar negara, dekat Turki tu, saya dah memang langgar, memang dahsyat dah. Dia punya ni Dia punya ni memang dah dahsyat, memang dah langgar teruk lah. Alright, memang dah langgar teruk lah. Just sharing with you. Ni tengok dia punya ramai punya orang.
Ramai rapat
Memang dah tak ada dah ni. Tengok dia punya ramai orang. Memang apa, sorry, this one is ni, ada satu gambar yang macam ramai gila orang tu. Tengok dia punya orang punya ramai ni. Semua orang dah buka kan, punya ramai ni orang atas jalan.
Vaksin rate berapa? Kat sana? Vaksin rate?
Dia dah tak track lah, tapi semua dah vaksin, dah hampir ramai vaksin lah. Sebab tu cakap it just prove that tapi I pun tengok kita orang memang dah, kita orang tu boleh cakap, kita orang saya dengan staff lah, kita orang memang dah langgar ni dah langgar SOP bagian nak rak dah. Tak pakai mask, memang dah biasa lah. Memang dah tak pakai mask lah. Sebab jalan berbukit kan. Jalan bukit penat kan. Kalau pakai mask penat lah. So kita orang buka from time to time. And then I pun pergi close area semua, tempat-tempat tertutup. Tapi bukan cakap kan. Negatif juga kan. Sebab kita orang sebelum fly kena ambil. Yang tu negatif. Sampai pun kena ambil juga. Semalam tadi pun saya check yang sampai negatif. So it's just proof that bukanlah
ambil apa? Test?
Memang kena PCR, semua kena ambil. So sebelum naik flight kena ambil PCR. Bila dah sampai Malaysia pun kena ambil PCR. So yang kita orang punya langgar SOP semua tu kan, in the end negatif juga kan yang ni PCR sebelum dekat.
Jadi negatif lah.
Aku yang cakap apa, I rasa in the end sebenarnya bagi I lah, lepas tengok orang langgar SOP kat Turki pun, I macam rasa dah sebenarnya vaksin tu dia berkesan lah, vaksin tu. Sebab tu tak dijangkiti kan. Cuma apa ni politik sikit lah. Kerajaan tu kena yakin lah kan vaksin tu dia berkesan ke tak. Rasanya kerajaan Malaysia dia tak sure kan. Dia tak berani lagi nak bayar orang macam tu kan. Macam tu dia punya ramai ni orang kan. Tapi kerajaan
lagi lah. Nearly 90% kan.
90% kan. Dia kena sikit lagi lah. Tapi kerajaan Turki dia confident kan. Itu yang dia dah endemikkan secepat mungkin lah. Maksudnya dia dah endemikkan secepat mungkin. Malaysia dia macam berhati-hati lagi. Sebab tu I cakap, I macam sebenarnya buat apa, sebenarnya ni kena quarantine kan, tak apa pun, dah negatif kan. kita dah tengok, kita dah langgar-langgar. Macam kalau you pergi ada satu museum tu Tok Kapi tu kan. Tok Kapi tu macam ramai gila orang pergi. Itu memang lah dahsyat dia punya langgar SOP. But still negatif. Bukanlah nak berlagak, bukan nak cakap. Maksudnya vaksin tu memang berkesan lah.
Cikgu AZ lah.
Ha?
AZ.
AZ ke? Sebab tu saya cakap dia semua ni leceh, buat leceh je. Padahal dah negatif lah, buat apa nak quarantine lagi kan. Dia buat leceh je benda-benda ni semua.
Apa boleh buat, kita orang rakyat marahin.
Main dia cakap kan, maksudnya ni kan. Dah negatif. Dah ni negatif, dah sampai pun negatif. Semua yang result sampai tadi I check negatif. Apa lagi yang nak buat kan. Ni tu cakap ini semua bagi ni je ni. Okay, since Faiz kacau. Bukan Faiz kacau. Alright, since ni user ID, alright, user ID Muzaffar 1, Muzaffar comment room, alright, Muzaffar say is good 5. Alright, nice place to stay, nice place to stay. Okay, and then press go. And then Muzaffar comment McDonald, okay, not really a fan, not really a fan of fast food. Contohnya, alright. And I will add a second person tadi apa 11 kan? A second person 11 comment room for example, rating dia bagi 4, okay. Like that. Alright, so that's the example for reviews. Alright, this is the example for reviews. Reviews tu maksudnya you add the place ID, or place ID ni you review apa? Oh ini yang salah ni, kalau salah buat dua lah. Place ID ni dia review apa? And then user ID siapa yang review? Okay, now sekarang I go back to this table. So you understand maksud relation, the meaning of relation, because the table is related to each other, and then you need to add information, and the information that you link is the info of the table it links to. Alright, it will be inside one of the table. I selalu panggil dia child table, but I don't think the term is correct. But let's ni bila fikir balik when you create this kind of, when you create an entity, right? When you create a table, right? Macam mana you bayangkan? You bayangkan macam like you have to fill in Excel. For example, kan now I'm doing a project kan, I have these things, right? So of course, I think you are familiar with it. They normally ask you to add an Excel sheet. You might be working with a lot of Excel sheet along the way, right? So kalau if I ask you to create this table, what will the table be? Apa table yang ada? So if I ask you to transform my Excel into a table or tables, how many tables will it be, and what is the property, right? The column of each of the tables. This is a typical if you create an app, so this is a typical table that you will see lah, which called a bug list table.
You kan UAT ya?
Ialah UAT kan. It's a typical table. So kalau the table ni, if you have to create inside a MySQL, how will it be? Ada idea? Kena buat latihan ni. Buat latihan buat table lepas ni korang.
Ada gambaran tapi tak tahu macam nak cakap.
Tak apa, nama table dulu. Table pertama ataupun table, kalau you ada gambaran 2-3 table, bagi 2-3 table.
User table,
alright. So Faiz punya idea kena ada user punya table. Okay. And then ada apa lagi?
types of bug.
Type of bug, alright. Type of bug, user type of bug. Ada lagi? Table apa?
Status lah.
Status, boleh. Lagi?
Categories.
Okay, categories. Apa kita buat dulu kan, nanti kita betulkan balik ni. Categories, lagi? Any other table or anything missing? Alright, kita buat satu-satu ya. Kalau user ni, what is the column yang akan ada?
Name.
Right, name. Selain name, mungkin tak ada dalam table ni ya. You can give whatever that. It might not be inside this table, it could be something. Diorang ada email lah. Biasanya diorang ada MOE ID. Diorang ada email lah, MOE ID. They call it MOE ID. Alright. And then phone number, right? If I want to contact them, I want to ask information. And then maybe I can add jawatan, alright? Because some of them is guru, some of them is teachers, some of them guru besar, pengetua, and then some of them is even from MOE, right? Some of them like pegawai, right? So that one is a jawatan. Okay, so that one is clear. Type of bug, apa yang you fikirkan type of bug tu? What is the column? Ataupun kalau nak bagi tahu je apa column, nanti kalau kita nak perlukan improve, kita improve. Alright, based on this table. I tak boleh ni, tapi boleh je lah kan. I just give this kalau nak reference. I give satu row lah takut nanti PNC kan. Benda ni memang PNC pun, tapi tak apalah, bukan you all faham pun benda kan. Okay, so what do you think of for type of bug, for status? So what is the column?
Name of bug.
Name of a bug, type of bug. So bug name, alright, bug name, and then
Date.
Date, okay.
User.
User, right? So you
Reported.
lah, right, user ID kan, user ID kan. And then
Status.
status, you akan linkkan ke status ID. Alright. And then apa lagi tadi? Walid?
Location, sebab kalau dia macam dalam sistem kan, lepas tu
Boleh lah. Alright, location, module ke kan? Module. Adapun sebenarnya ada salah description kan? Description. And then sebenarnya I mean table tu simple lah. Lagi maybe step to reproduce, right? Steps. Right. So maybe something like this, right? So kalau ni ada module, then I need to have a list, a module punya table lah. Alright, I have a module punya table. Okay. So status ada apa?
Apa ni, urgency ya?
Status, tak, kalau status tu dia macam ni tau. Status, you bayangkan benda ni kan, you bayangkan biasanya this one is a drop down menu. Alright, status tu adalah benda dalam ni. This one status is just the name lah.
Oh.
Dan kalau you nak buat urgency, dia dekat sini. Alright, dia akan. And then this thing tadi I betulkan, dia bukan type of bugs. Ni memang table bugs ataupun table reports. Alright, tak, kalau you cakap type tu biasanya dia akan table kecil. Dia akan table kecil. Type of bug tu dalam kepala saya tu UI, bug UI ataupun functionality ataupun major kan, major or something. That is type of bugs. Tapi kalau benda tu ialah bugs lah. Alright, the table is called bugs. Aku nak betulkan lah. So status is dia ada name. Alright, name ni could be done ataupun in progress or open or assign. Alright. Sama juga categories. Categories dia akan ada name lah. Alright, categories dia akan ada name. Saya rasa kategori ni yang you nak masukkan tadi, type of bug kan, UI, application issue ataupun spelling ataupun typography, alright, ataupun enhancements. And then module, alright, module name, module name, alright, so it could be login, it could be register, it could be module home, alright, it could be module quiz, etc. So this is an example how you transform this into multiple tables. Kalau you nak, actually this thing exists. You can have a look at Mantis. You boleh tengok lah, right? So if you want to work, maybe I should give you this homework actually. You tengok Mantis. Actually boleh buat demo ni. This is a typical bug tracking exercise, bug tracking application. You can see lah, oh normally dia bukan ada saja ada, it's not only the things that I ask you, is it can have more stuff, right? It can have more stuff in unable to hard column. So it could be lebih kurang lah reporter, but they have assigned to, alright. So user ni dia ada not user who report, user who's assigned to, alright. Priority, severity, reproducibility ni berapa kali je boleh ulang status, alright, what is the resolution, what is the OS, alright, and then product version, summary, description, step to reproduce, and text. Alright, so this is an example in case, alright, in case you want to practice. Oh, actually boleh buat table macam ni you can draw this. And then you can imagine what are the different tables that's inside this software. That's how you practice database design. You tengok product saja ada, you see an existing product, and then you can try to create a table from it. Even if you can, alright, you look for Netflix, tengok Netflix. Try to imagine what kind of tables. Because all these need to have a table. So you imagine what kind of tables that Netflix have. Macam mana? Apa table yang ada? What is the relation from one table to another and everything. Macam ni kan? Every time there is an information. Macam
it's fantastic.
Dekat sini dekat sini kan? All this is actually stored inside a table. Yang filem kita buat besok. Alright, so tomorrow kan you will have an idea how films punya table works normally. IMDb, OMDB and everything. You will see how normally it works tomorrow. Okay, last sekali for the tables, there is some tables, alright. This table, most of it is one to many. There are something that is called many to many tables. Normally, it's related to categories or tags. Let me use Netflix, guys. For example, Netflix, you have two things, many to many. So, for example, Jim Parsons can stars in many movies. All right, and
It's
then
a Stephen Hawking lecture from MIT.
Okay, and then Big Bang Theory also can have many casts. All right, it can have many casts. Genre also the same thing. One genre can have many movies. One movies can have many genre. Right, so I will write it there. One movies can have many genres. One genres can have many movies. Or actors also the same. One movies can have many actors. One actors can have many movies. Right? Ini berbeza. This is different than the one that I put before, right? Because in this example, if I have to rewrite this, one user can have many review, but one particular review, right, belong to a particular user. Right, this one is not both way. Is one way. Right, user can have many review, but a particular user, a particular review can only belong to a user. I think same thing as well with one user can have many, one review can have many places, and then one places can only belong to a particular user. All right. So this is the difference. I think this one I haven't shared. So this one is MySQL data design. We'll share the link as well. Okay, so that's one to many. So in this case, how you're going to do is you need to create what we call a pivot table, right? So we will create a pivot table. That table is called, I will just add here. So one place can have many categories. One categories can have many places. So this table is called places categories, and inside the table you will have ID, place ID, and category ID. Right, so you have ID, place ID, and category ID. So boleh buat sekarang. I will create a new table. That table is called places category. It will have an ID auto increment. We have place ID and category ID. And then press save. Okay, so how to add data? So you tengok So I want you see you have to remember So I tengok I see my categories. I want to put my places, alright, my places which is comma room tadi, alright. My places which is comma room 1, I want it to be coffee and lounge, alright, coffee and lounge. So coffee is 2, lounge is 6, alright, remember So places category, alright, I will do common room 1 1, so 1 1 and then 1 6, right? So 1 1 1 6, press go. Then it will go in so then you see 1 1 1 6. So the first one refer to common room, the second one is 2 2 6 2 6, tak apa, later I will edit So the second one, right, the second one refer to the category 2. Category 2 is, for example, lounge just now. Right. So now I look for McDonald's. So I will see McDonald's. So McDonald's is 2. All right. I look for the categories that is suitable. So I will do categories for McDonald's is fast food. All right. 2 1. All right. 2 1. Tak payah kira rest 2 1. So I will just do places here. I will insert place ID 2, category ID 1. Okay. Now I look for another categories. I will look for my restaurants, which is Menate. Menate, I want to put Western. Right, 2 is going to be 3 4. 3 4. All right. So Menate. I will put here places category. I will put 3 4. All right. So that's how you add data for many to many relation. Okay, so this one clear, but I need to emphasize. You need to remember this, right? You need to remember. You need to remember. Although we are using this, the interface, right? This is what we call the interface. But you still need to know the query, right? You still need to know the query. And I think I might be giving you an option. I will give you an optional exercise, which is going to HackerRank. Alright, so inside HackerRank, alright, so maybe on Friday also you will do, there is an SQL exercise. Alright, so inside HackerRank, there is an SQL exercise. Alright, I might need you to do it on Friday. Alright, on Friday you might need to do HackerRank SQL exercise, right? So by Friday you try to register to HackerRank. I rasa sebelum ni I dah suruh. Right, before this I asked you to register already. But this Friday I will give you some of the exercises from here as well. All right, any questions so far for designing and inserting data inside database?
Sir,
Yes.
selalunya kalau klien dia selalu akan bagi Excel lah kat kita kan kalau contohnya.
Boleh jadi. Boleh jadi dia akan bagi Excel, dia boleh bagi Words, dia boleh jadi bagi CSV, so it depends. So sometimes dia suruh you bekerja dengan sistem sedia ada. Alright, for example my MOE project, the one that I show you the bug list just now, and then the one that I tadi curi-curi, the one that I show you the bug list just now, and the one that I curi-curi buat tadi is actually the client will give me CSV. Right, the client will. That's why I think some of the bug is about CSV. CSV is common. If you know, you can actually, it's coming from Excel, but actually you can export it to CSV. If you notice, right, you can export it, download it as CSV. Right, when you download it as CSV, it's actually not an Excel. It's a comma separator file. And then comma separator file dia lebih kurang macam ni So open as open in, kenapa tak ada open in open in text edit. Actually open in subline also can. So you ni CSV is something like this, right? It will separate it with a comma. So macam mana you nak baiki benda ni? How from CSV you put it inside a database or something using what?
Microsoft Excel kot.
Tak lah. You use the split function. Sebab tu you belajar benda ni semua.
Oh yeah, split function.
You split by comma. So once you split by comma, then you will get, alright, the first item is what? The second item is what? So that's why these are all the things that we teach you before. Using split function, then you can get item by item. But split by \n, because \n means enter, and then split by comma, then you can get the column. So that's a CSV file. So tak semestinya you kena ikut. Ada yang bagi Excel, ada yang bagi CSV, ada yang bagi Words, ada yang bagi PDF. PDF jangan minta lah, right? PDF nanti you kena copy satu persatu.
Ada tak sistem yang kita boleh upload Excel tu, dia terus upload ke database?
Boleh. Bukanlah. Itu you boleh buat sendiri. Itu you boleh buat sendiri. Even dekat PHP pun boleh. PHPMYADMIN, right, inside PHP. But I didn't go in detail. Dekat PHPMYADMIN, where was it? Dekat PHPMYADMIN, okay, dekat PHPMYADMIN. So for example over here, you can import. You can import data.
Excel, import Excel.
Sorry, PHPMYADMIN tak ada, tapi format, okay, and then you can put lah, normally the format is CSV. Kalau Excel, you jadikannya CSV. Kalau di Excel, you jadikannya CSV, nanti dia boleh. That one is, itu kalau column by column lah, right? Itu kalau column by column. Kalau tak, you have to transform it. Some of the software can, macam SQL. The one that I show you just now, SQL Pro, the one that you have just now, yang kan sebelum saya pakai PHPMyAdmin tu, you use SQL Yoke, right? SQL Yoke tu, if I'm not mistaken, you can map. You can cakap, column ni untuk ni, column ni untuk ni. That one, if I'm not mistaken, you can do.
Oh, dari situ dari satu tu boleh buat banyak table lah.
Boleh mapkan column. I nak tengok demo pun ada contoh yang sesuai, tapi boleh. Memang boleh import lah, boleh import. So the answer is you can import. I berhentikan kat situ je. Kalau you nak in detail, you can tanya nantilah. I nak tunjuk pun tak ada contoh.
Itulah, saya pun ada bayangan lah. Ada macam kita buat satu sistem untuk klien contohnya. Dia upload dia punya admin tu, pop, database semua produk muncul. Tapi
memang standard, memang benda tu standard. That one memang, macam kita orang pun kita buat upload nama pelajar, semua nama pelajar terus masuk dalam database. We create that function. Yang tu
betul lah.
Untuk projek kita, orang kita buat macam tu. Memang boleh. Okay, so with the remaining time that left, we're going to see query a little bit. Alright, with the remaining time. Query tu ialah dapatkan data, getting the data from database. Similar to db.find last time, right? Similar to db.find. So actually apart from query to get the data, alright, as you know, or ini semua data type ni, this is the explanation about the data type. And then this is the query to create a table. Just now I pause, I paste, I tell you need to know this, right? Even though it's automatically did for you for PHPMYADMIN, but you still need to know it exists. And then insert also, I share with you. I said, okay, ini pun kena tahu, insert kena tahu, right? Although it's PHPMYADMIN boleh buat. Now, this is very important, right? This is very important, which is retrieving data from database. Yang ni memang kena tahu. This one you need to know, and then tomorrow you will do a lot of exercises on this. So for example, all right, so where do you do it? You do it inside the SQL part, all right? Number one is retrieve me all the places inside the database. So select star from places. So retrieve me all the places inside database. So the query is select star from places. Retrieve me all the places from database. Okay, then let's say that I want a particular ID. All right, I want to retrieve a places with a particular ID. So select star from places where ID equals to 1. All right, select star from places where ID equals to 1. So I want to select a particular ID, right? Places with a particular ID from the table. Okay, then what's after that? I want to select particular column. All right, I want to select particular column. So that one, the command line, the query is select. I want column name, right? Select name, description, and address. So the name of the column from places. All right, so I want only the following column. So select name, description, address from places. So this is select particular column. Okay, then I will do how many places are there inside my database. So select count star, all right, from places, all right. How many rows are there in my database? Select star, count star from places. That will tell me, oh, you have 3 things. Okay, boleh? Next one. Condition. I will change table. I will use review now. Select star from reviews where rating is bigger than 3. Right, so this one is condition lah, right? Select star from review where rating is bigger than 3. And then same thing as well. You have bigger, you have smaller, you have bigger and equals, you have smaller and equals, and you have equals. Right, so it's the same thing. Kalau I tukar ni, right, if I change it, to big, smaller than, right, then ini akan keluar lah, right. And then you can always combine. I think inside the example, so I combine. So how many ratings are there that smaller than that bigger than 3? So select count star from review bigger than 3, then you will have now, right? There are actually 2 rating which are bigger than 3. Stress. Okay, boleh setakat ni? You have to remember all this. This is very important. And then I can do condition as well. All right, how many reviews are there that's rating bigger than 3 and it's from me? All right, so how many good review are there from me? All right, so select star from reviews where rating bigger than 3 and t equals to 1. All right, so this is, I want all the good review, all the bad review that's coming from me. No, support. Okay, so this one pretty much doing this. Adalah beberapa benda yang I skip. This one is quite important. Alright, one more thing is I want all the place. So I switch back to place. I want all the place that has the word bangi. Alright, that has the word bangi. I know that I have the word bangi. I want all the places. If I want to do text search, so select star from places where like, all right, it's not equals, it has to be like, and then percentage bangi. All right, I want all the places that has the word bangi. So you can change to anything. You can change to Donald or something. So I want all the places that has the word Donald. Then I will have this. Okay, if I go to the node, so this one is important. All right, so we just highlight what we have gone through. So this one is important. This one is getting a particular thing.
Sir, question sir. Kalau yang name like tu je case sensitive ke tak?
Tak sensitif. Tak sensitif.
Okay sir.
Okay, so ini yang left one, I don't know why. Apa itu untuk dapatkan, itu untuk the first 20 letters, so I don't think it's important. Ni sama ya. And then like ni penting. Select joke text from joke where joke text like this one is penting. Kena pakai like ni penting. And then this one is combining lah. This is combining. Alright, so this is an example that you need to know. Alright, this is operation. Update tak perlu lagi, delete tak perlu lagi, alter table tak perlu lagi. Whoa, the last thing that we're going to do, and that's important for you, is what we call joining a table. Alright, this is very important. Nanti yang lain semua besok you buat exercise, you buat lah, then you learn by exercise. As you know, I ini sebenarnya suka bagi latihan. You belajar lah, right? Belajar from the latihan. I am going to be on my products table. I'm going to be on my products table. I do review. I'm going to be on my products table. right? I will get the data, right? So select, right now, I nak dua tempat, right? I want select places dot, select products dot name, all right? I also want the products dot price. So the first one is actually the table, eh? So products dot name, products dot price. Right, products dot name, products dot price. And then I want something from the places table, which is places dot name. Right? So products dot name, products dot price, and then places dot name. Jadi I akan letak as mean namakan, rename the column to be product underscore, place underscore name. Right? Place underscore name. As there means rename it to be place name. Rename the column to be place name. And then I will do from, dari mana, you select products, right? Products, from products. And then I will inner join the table with places table. How I inner join it? I inner join on products dot place id equals to places dot id. Right, so select products from product dot price, from products inner join places on products dot place id equals to place id. All right, so that's how you combine tables. So once you have that, all right, you will say that, okay, this is the product name, this is the price, and this is the place where you can get it. All right, place dot name. So that's how you combine the table. I want to finish with this because I want you to combine reviews table. After you combine reviews table, I want you to combine places and categories table. So you digest this exercise, fahamkan, right, with the times that remaining, you akan combinekan reviews table and places categories table.
So tadi gabungkan table mana?
Table reviews dahulu.
Reviews dengan
Reviews ni lah nak keluarkan user dengan place.
user dengan place.
Nak keluarkan user dengan place.
Okay.
Okay. So, dia punya query sama je, select. Alright. So, every time you want to get the ni, right, you have to have the name of the table in the beginning. So, reviews.comment, alright, reviews.rating. Then the name of the table is users.name, alright. And then places.name, alright, as place name, alright. And then from reviews, alright, inner join places, inner join, kena ulang lah 2 kali, inner join users on, dia macam ni, inner join places on places dot id equals to reviews dot place id, inner join users on users dot id equals to reviews dot user id. Okay. So once you get there, you akan nampak lah. Alright. So for that's for places. Last kali, place and categories. Okay, last places category. Ikut je dia punya formula. That's the formula. Syntax of formula. Okay, last. Select star from places categories. Sorry, bukan select star. Select places dot name. Alright. Categories dot name. Yang ni I rename ya. S category name. Alright. From places category in a join places on places category dot place id equals to places dot id in a join places categories dot category id equals to categories dot id on in a join ni siap ni play categories right on right nak cepat. Okay, that's the last one. Nanti besok you will have to do all this kind of exercise. Satu hari buat besok. Okay, any questions?
Tak ada.
Tak ada boleh Okay. Okay, so that's for today. Alright, that's for today. We will do more exercises. Today you have to remember all the today you have to remember all the queries. Tomorrow you will have to do entire day exercises, right? Just to practice your MySQL, right? If you read the slide, right? If you read the slide, nanti bila you masa you read the slide, so at the beginning it is mentioned that MySQL is the most popular database. So even though we are learning MongoDB and everything, you cannot avoid the fact that some companies might still use MySQL and you need to know this kind of ni. Macam Walid and Faiz, since they try to get the certificate in the morning, so some of the things yang Walid tak boleh buat last week, right, which is to get reports. So we need reports to be sent to Ministry of Education. How many students registered, how many students already answered the questions, how many students answered this question wrong, how many students answered this question right. These are all the reports that the ministry want. So these are kind of the project queries that you guys need to do lah nanti in the morning. Sebab dia tengah dapat certificate. Database tu kena, kalau tak validate. Database, do some database work.
Coba.
Bercabar tapi lepas ni senang lah, dah tahu kan, select star. You just need to find out what's the query. Sebab sebelum ni tak tahu, sebelum ni I dah suruh jurang ajar but they say tak sempat kan. So now dah diajar, bolehlah cari query.